So this is the new packaging that they have with the Brondell EcoSeat S101 right now, non-electric bidet. So you don't need a battery, don't need electricity. It's all in the box. It's actually very easy because this is my second one. The first one broke, the knob broke, so you might want to be careful with the knob on the right hand side of the bidet. But so I'm showing you the new box right now, and this is it still basically looks the same. There was no changes with the feature, and it's just new box, but it's all the same. I had compared it with my old one. That's the knob I was talking about that broke. So I bought a new one, and everything is in the box. You don't need anything. All you need is a screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. So you can screw some of the parts that needed screwing. Actually, not Phillips. It's hex. You should have the hex. Uh, these are the parts that you have to put together before you attach the bidet to the toilet. So I'm actually looking at the old one, and as well as the instructions. So you do have that manual, the instructions that easily guide you to install the bidet. So this is right now the current connection of the toilet without the bidet. So all you need to do is turn that water. You don't have to go to the main water line to turn it off. Turning this off is enough. So if you have this key, you can do that like that. And then the next step is you need to make sure that you flush the tank, because as soon as you take off that part there, you're gonna have water everywhere. So flush the tank, make sure there's no water there that can flood your bathroom floor. Because the next step would be to take that off, the connector to the from the water line to the tank. You have to take it off, because there's another, this is the one that you need to attach, so you can connect the water line, the tank, and the bidet connector. So it's easy. You just have to lock that part in, and then I have a hex that I lock it. See, uh, the adjustable. Actually, not a hex. It's a wrench. So you're gonna use the adjustable wrench to tighten it. Not too tight though, just enough to make sure that the water doesn't leak. And then there's a couple of rubbers that you will have to put in. Make sure you include that. It actually allows, I mean, it helps keep the water in so you don't have some leaks. So that's the connector from the main water, like the water line. So you will then, as soon as you're done connecting that, you will go back and connect that part from the water line to the toilet tank, right? It's very easy. It's just that it's uncomfortable because if you're where your toilet is tight, then you would have to, do some work, because you'd have to go in and connect it yourself. So I'll show you what I did. I'll have it on the other side, because I had to go and squeeze myself in to that side. So you just basically lock it in with, you can do it by hand at the beginning, and again, so you don't have like a leak, you have to use the adjustable wrench to lock it. So there's instructions on how to put it in, but I did check the old one, so it's easier. So basically you just put the two, the two black parts, they help you adjust the location, the bidet seat, so you can make it comfortable, like going up and down from your toilet. So and then there's a couple of two plastic screws that you put in so it connects to your toilet. See those big ones? So really easy, because you can, this is just for you to do it by hand. So after that, you just have to fit it to, you see that part, so you have to fit it to the toilet seat, put the screws in, and then just fit the bidet in there. So make sure that your directions in when you put this in though is correct, because otherwise you would have to do it again, like I did. There it is. Sorry about that. It wasn't in focus, but yes. So basically, it's easy to, you can tell. So it just screws down. So the one, see that one is already in, and then you'll have to just screw at the bottom, right, to lock it in. You don't have to use any wrench for that. See? Very easy. It's the same thing on the other side. So as soon as you're done, you can slide your toilet bidet, your bidet in. And again, make sure that it's the right direction, because you're gonna have a hard time. I think this may be the part where I did it, where it's I did it on the wrong direction. You see that there's an arch. So I actually had to take it off again, and put it back to the correct direction, which is this. The arch is facing away front, like facing front. That part of the bidet, it has to be facing front. So when you slide the seat with the the bidet seat, it slides in. That was actually the wrong direction, but I'm showing it to you just in case you do it. It's easy to just take it off. Also, I'm just letting you know, I know it's good to work with the toilet like really cleaned up, because so you don't have, like, your work is fast. So make sure before you do it, or because I would assume you're here because you're wanting to do it yourself. So make sure that your toilet is clean, so your work is fast and you don't have to like feel icky doing it yourself because the toilet is dirty. So my toilet is new, so it looks clean. But I'm just showing you the whole duration of how I put it, because it was that fast. So now, as soon as it is in the right direction, it slides in like that. So it should slide in. You wait for the click. So there's two ways to put it in. It's either you slide it in, you put that part of the attachment in like that, and slide it in. Then another option is you connect them. You connect them before you put that part in the toilet. So see, that's the correct right direction. So it's a bit of work. You probably get confused sometimes. See, this is the second option I was telling you about. You can attach that part of the bidet before you actually, if you don't want to slide it in. It's actually easier. So if you attach it, that takes like a couple of seconds. Then fighting your way in, sliding it in. It was in the correct direction. Again, arch on the front. But with that second option, it was faster because you just connected it. So I had locked it in, and then now it's time to connect that water connector to the bidet. So basically, again, you can initially lock it by hand like that. Make sure though you are um, placing the connection where it's comfortable. You have to try to make sure that it's comfortable, that it's not blocking the knob, that black knob, or not black, it's black on the side, but that knob there, the big one, the big round one, is the one to turn the bidet on and off. So uh, lock it with an adjustable wrench, but just until it's tight, not too tight, so you don't break it. You will see if it's leaking. So as soon as you feel that it's tight enough, just be done and make sure the connector, everything is tight enough. And then you're gonna turn on that water connection again. And yeah, again, that's the one I was talking about. So you're gonna turn on that water connection again. And if you see that it is leaking, of course, you would have to adjust it. Make sure you tighten it again. So I had a little leak, so now I'm tightening it again. And I needed to move the connector as well, because when you sit down, it has to be comfy. You can't touch any of the connectors, so you know you're comfy sitting. You're comfortable sitting on the bidet seat. So that's it. And then now it's time to turn it back on all the way. So as soon as you turn on, you'll know if it's leaking. If the connector going to the tank is leaking, if the connector going to the bidet is leaking, because it's all on. It should give you a leak. So everything is all good. Everything's connected. I have that moved up. So I'm just gonna quickly show you how this bidet goes, when you turn it on. So you turn the knob, that little white thing comes out. And this is how it looks after it's all adjusted and done.